Let's have number 3.
What have you ever stolen?
What I've ever stolen? Well, I think we've stolen most of Mark Bolan's guitar licks, most of Donna Summer's rhythm tracks, most of Suicide's drum tracks, and most of Elvis's tunes. So I'd like to think we've kept it in a musical style, as they say. But we ain't got caught yet. Arrested a couple of times, but not caught. Let's have number 6. I'm not going to walk about, by the way. I'm too comfy here.
How honest are you? How honest are you?
Oh, dreadfully. Dreadfully, dreadfully, dreadfully honest. I mean, almost honest enough to be a politician, I think. Oh, no, maybe that's not true. Maybe that's not true at all, no. But, yeah, I'd have to say that, wouldn't I? Pretty honest. Let's try another one. Very honest on my tax forms.
Now please select a new category.
All right, we'll take the next one, inside and out.
Inside and out.
Let's have number 7.
Is there a recurring dream you have?
It's funny you should ask that. I do have this recurring dream. I know it's going to sound really, really stupid, but I dreamt the other night that I was a molecule. Let me tell you, being a molecule in a modern world, in difficult traffic conditions and with the interest rates as they are, is not an easy thing to be. And it's one of those things. I woke up in the middle of the night. I dreamt I was a molecule. And it's sort of, I hope it's not some sort of inferiority complex. But yeah, I do get that one now and again. I'm sure any psychiatrist will, inexpensive therapy, be able to sort me out. But let's roll on to another question. Let's try number 3.
How shy are you?
How shy am I? Probably behind all this funny pink hair and the funny hat and the funny glasses is a very, very tiny, shy, quiet person. But luckily, he's not here, I am. So let's have the next question, number 8.
How well do you react to criticism?
Terrible. I absolutely hate it. I mean, that's why, of course, as I pointed out earlier, we've got no manager, because I think I'm probably unmanageable. I find criticism really, really, really difficult. Not as bad as Janet Street Porter, I might point out, who hates criticism even worse than me and reacts even worse to it. But no, I don't like criticism at all. And you'd think I'd be an expert in Sigue Sigue Sputnik, wouldn't you? Let's face it, this is a group that's had more than its fair share of criticism. But there you go, I still don't like it. And the thing is, I think I'm right and you lot are wrong. Let's try number 11.
What goes through your mind while you're on stage?
I always love this episode of The Fonz that was a series on television on Saturday mornings where he always used to say that if you saw a really great girl in the front row, the thing to do was to kind of walk to the front and mouth the words, "I love you." And this will be guaranteed to work, so that goes through my mind. It's my lawyer on the phone. I've said something bad again. Let's go to number 1.
What things embarrass you?
What things embarrass me? Yes, the time I went running still wearing the shower hat was quite a classic, as people in Farringdon will, I'm sure, remember with glee. You know, oh, loads and loads of things. I'm not going to tell you lot. Come on, let's have number 6.
Reveal a secret about yourself.
No. The whole truth and nothing but. Well, we'll see about that, won't we?
The whole truth and nothing but. Please concentrate hard on answering the questions in this section truthfully. If you appear not to be telling the whole truth, you will forfeit the chance to show your video. From the 5 questions which follow, you may pass on just 2. How much did EMI sink into the Sputniks?
Well, you see, this is the funny one, because people often ask me this, that, I mean, it started off, you know, it just got completely out of hand. In newspapers, it said that they gave me £4 million. Now, come on, you know, no one actually gives you £4 million kind of in news notes in what, a very big envelope, I guess it will be. But funnily enough, and most record contracts are structured like this, that over the 5 years of which we'll be working with EMI, yes, they have promised to give us £4 million, and you're just going to have to believe me, because it is the truth. Ask my lawyer.
How many in the group can actually play?
Well, when we started, I was more interested in their cheekbones and whether they had straight hair. 'Cause, I mean, I couldn't be in the group with someone who had curly hair. But, so that was kind of quite important. But what people don't realise is that we formed Sigue Sigue Sputnik in 1983, 84. So it's 5 years or whatever down the line now. So, in fact, everybody in the group now has learnt to play really, really well. And so all of them play really, really well now. Like we did the other night. Weren't you there?
How much of your success do you owe to Janet Street Porter?
That's an unfair question. Look, the group was going loads before I met her. I mean, I think if the truth be known, well, no, I'm not going to say, but I don't think any of it is owed to her.
You now have 30 seconds to plug your latest video.
To plug my
Please
latest...
start now.
The new video by Sigue Sigue Sputnik is based on a 60s art film by someone called Chris Marker, and it's loosely based, reasonably loosely, let's say loosely based, not stolen, on his film called The Jetée, and it's made of black and white stills shot in and around Paris in '89, in the style of the 60s. And I like to think it's very, very innovative in a very kind of boring world of videos at the moment, because they all look the same. Don't interrupt. They all look the same. Watch this one.
Is it love? Or is it?
Now please select a new category.
Right, I suppose it's going to have to be love and passion. I particularly hate this one. Right. Let's have number 1. Now we're going to be in trouble.
How did you feel when you last fell in love?
Drunk. Number 8.
What do you fantasize about?
What do I fantasize about? I've got a brilliant one for this, but I just get killed. What do I fantasize about? The thing I fantasize about is that I've stolen this huge tank. Or not a tank. I've stolen this huge steamroller, and I'm driving around Covent Garden, crushing mime artists and street theatre artists. It's the kind of thing I fantasize about quite a lot. How about number 10?
What makes you violent?
What makes me violent? I guess the Islington planning laws, and the fact that they're allowed to, and being serious for a moment, the fact that they're allowed to tear down fantastic old buildings and build huge office blocks. I mean, how many more office blocks do you need in the city? I mean, how many more pieces of paper or any more stupid computer files on other stuff and more people sitting in offices do we need? I mean, how come all they do is build these huge office blocks, most of which are empty? So I'd certainly like to shoot a few of those people, and people who wear stonewashed jeans as well, actually, while we're at it, and people on scaffolding, to name but 2. How about number 11?
Have you ever imagined making love to someone of your own sex?
Do you know, there was one horrible moment once where I woke up onto her after a particularly drunken night. No, never.
Now please select a new category.
The power and the glory. Now you've got me going. Right. We'll have number 10.
Who are your fans?
Who are my fans? I don't know if I get any, actually, because when we always play concerts, they all kind of mass around Martin. I can't think why, I must say. Funny enough, actually, I always get the kind of like spotty ones who wear glasses, always want to talk sort of about computers and stuff. Amazingly enough, they have stuck with us because I like to think that they think we're witty and innovative and believe in what we do. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all our fans who rush out and buy Sputty records, because let's face it, it's not easy being a Sputty fan. If you want to walk around in, like we used to, pink high heels and pink hair and walk about the streets of London, this is a tough group to be a fan of. So I'd like to thank all you probably very daring and tough personality people. How about, let's go on to something else. Let's have number 16.
What do you most like about being famous?
I mean, I guess one of the especially great things is you get to be filmed with dizzy bimbos at openings, people that you've never met before, and that, you know, so that they can try and sort of break up your relationship by you know, all you got to do, right, is you just got to stand next to someone takes a photo, next minute you're having a secret affair. They only had eyes for each other, they say in the paper, because it's not true at all. So I don't like that bit. I know I've answered another question, but I'd wished you'd asked me the one what I didn't like about being famous. 14.
What makes you feel all wimp?
Sorry, you'll have to repeat that.
What makes you feel all wimp?
What makes me feel all whoomp? Brilliant. Well, I haven't felt
What
very...
makes you feel all wimp?
Whoomp? What's whoomp? Whoomp? I don't feel whoomp. Stupid question. It's a glitch. Let's go on to number 2.
Do you secretly believe that you are, in some way or other, better than other people?
Well, let's be honest, you've got to, haven't you?
Thank you for playing Star Test. What question would you have liked to have been asked?
What question would I have liked to have been asked? Would I like the money in cash or cheque? Cash would have been better, preferably no receipt. Know that. But there you go.
What question are you glad you weren't asked?
What question am I glad I weren't asked? How much do I owe my success to Janet Street Porter? I'm glad you didn't ask me that one.
You are now invited to select 5 characteristics from the on-screen menu.
I thought we'd finished.
Which you feel best illustrate your personality.
Well, I think we'll go for modest straight away, because that's definitely modest. Let's go through. Imaginative, determined, modest, and honest. I think honesty is the basis of the entire Sigue Sigue Sputnik philosophy.
Goodbye.